Good evening and welcome to the Whiskey Lover Society with me, Gert Retief. Tonight we are looking at something special. Well, anyway, it's quite special for me. I've been discussing this whiskey for a couple of months with a lot of YouTubers, getting their opinion on it. It is not a cheap bottle. So after the last round of discussions about 2 weeks ago, I decided to buy a bottle and to see what the fuss is all about. Of course, we are talking about the Nikka Yoichi. It is a single malt Japanese whiskey. It is from the Nikka distillery in Japan. So the whiskey is named after a small town in Japan called the Yoshi, and this is in the Kaikido region of Japan. So price-wise, a little bit of an expensive one. This one will cost you 81 euros here in Belgium. It is bottled at 45% ABV. It's a no-age statement whiskey, matured in New American oak casks as well as in some sherry casks. So as I said, price-wise, 81 euro. Is it worth it? Well, I hope so. It's also a little bit peated, so I was a little bit worried about that. I'm not a big fan. I do like the peated whiskies that is not so overly peated, the sweet, savory type of whiskies. I did a couple of reviews already. I will also put a link in the description or over here so that you can have a look at it. So the Nikka Yoichi from Japan on the nose. Cheers. Yeah, I was definitely, there was no need for me to worry about the peated ones. There's not a hospital or Band-Aid or TCP inside. Oh, this is absolutely fantastic. So, the smoke, you're really going to have to go look for it. It is more a little bit of a afterthought of a smoke, more like a little bit of a charcoal type of smoke, where you get that just a hint of it, especially when it's all died out. You get a little bit of a charcoal note coming out. Very faint. You really need to go look for that smoky ones. Sweet, malty notes coming out. A little bit of a vanilla. So you also get a little bit of a musty, fruity note. Something similar to a little bit of an old sherry cask. That is really nice. I also get a little bit of a salted caramel on the nose. Oh, this is fantastic. Every time I go in, it seems that youthfulness of the alcohol starts to disappear. That little bit of an alcohol burn. And it just keeps on becoming sweeter and sweeter. Also a little bit of a citrus note appearing. Wow, that is really nice. And that smoke, it feels like or smells like a little bit when it just starts to rain on a warm tar road. That little tar note coming out for me. Very similar to the charcoal type of notes. Really fantastic. I do appreciate this one on the nose. Also, what I do get is a little bit of a floral note. It's like a nice big bouquet of all this different type of flowers. Nice fresh flowers. You get all this hints of the different type of sweetness coming out of it. So quite similar to this one as well. Wow, this is really nice. I think I can just spend another hour just nosing it. And maybe also I'm a little bit scared in tasting it. And I'm not going to be happy with it. 81 euros is a lot of money. Anyway, on the taste, cheers. In the taste, I definitely get a little bit of that peated note. And it also reminds me of that little charcoal type of note. I cannot say it is very savory. I will not associate it with something like a bacon or a ham type of taste to it. But more on the fruity side. So I suspect if you take maybe some fresh pineapple, maybe a little bit of a fresh apple note or fresh pears, and maybe add a little bit of a fresh peaches, put it on a grill, and get a little bit of a caramelization going. Something similar to that. Really, really nice. Let me just try again. There's definitely the alcohol feels to me a little bit on the very young side. So that little alcohol bite, the alcohol sting that you get, for me, it just indicates a young whiskey. And I normally pick that up every time I do a no-age statement whiskey, especially the one that is maybe 5-6 years old. You get that youthfulness in it. Not very strong, but you definitely pick it up. Let's just give it one more try. And then the oak comes in. So every sip that I do take, there's a little bit more oak, a little bit more bitterness coming out. Still very pleasant, so not much, but I definitely feel it building up every time I go back. And it's not very bitter. It's maybe something like a very good quality espresso, where you get to a certain stage and from there on it will just stay at the same level. One more. Absolutely fantastic. So for me, on the finish, it's a little bit of a roller coaster ride. So you start off with that sweetness. When you get that little peaty, smoky, charcoal type of note coming out. When that alcohol tells me, listen, I'm still here and I'm a little bit on the young side. And then it moves a little bit of a oakiness. And then it goes back to a little bit of a sweetness. And then also back again to the alcohol that leaves you with this nice warm feeling in your mouth. Really a little bit of a roller coaster. I do enjoy it. So score-wise, I'm quite happy with this purchase, and I'm going to give it a score of 89 out of 100. And the only reason that I give 89 and not more is that price for me is a little bit expensive. I think that is hitting over my upper limits that I am prepared to pay for a no-age statement whiskey. But of course, peer pressure is a terrible thing. And of all the friends telling me, buy. So in the end, I did buy it. I'm happy with it. I will definitely recommend it. I will tell you, go buy it if you have an opportunity. If you find it at a better price than this, absolutely pick it up. Thank me later. Leave a comment. Tell me if you have tried it before. Did you like it? Would you buy it again? Would you recommend it to your friends? As a last word, just remember to subscribe, like, dislike, comment, and help me grow my channel. I've got one more month left before my 1-year anniversary of posting YouTube videos. I would like to get to the 500 mark. I think I am about 50 short, so quite a big ask. But I know about 87% of my people that watching this video are not subscribers. Shame on you. So please just like, cost you nothing, and subscribe. See you next time. Cheers.